How did you become a backup singer for Ella Mai?
Oddly enough, DJ Nyla from Power 105, she referred me. Someone called her. Actually, someone called someone else who called her. So it was word of mouth. She referred me. So yeah, that's how I got it.
They were looking for a backup singer?
Yeah, they were looking for 2 backup singers, and I think like her tour manager called someone named Eric, and then Eric called Nyla, and then Nyla called me, and I was like, yep.
Was this like a one-off type of thing, like Saturday Night Live performance, or is this like everywhere Ella Mai goes?
We can speak that into existence, you know. As of right now, it's just a one-time thing. So.
I see. So it was for the Saturday Night Live.
It was for Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Have you done background singing for others?
Not many others. I've done a few here and there, but that was definitely like the biggest one.
You're a singer yourself.
I am.
In your own right.
Yeah.
Why take a gig like that, singing background vocals for somebody else, when you're a full-time singer yourself?
Why not take a gig like that? Ella Mai is winning. Like, she has, from my understanding, because I haven't really done too much recent research on it, but I think Boot Up was like the #1 record, or for female R&B, like the longest reigning. So I mean, she's a great new artist. I respect her. I think she's gonna do extremely well. So as a new artist myself, it only made sense. You know, it's a great opportunity, great networking opportunity. Meet her and her team. It's just it wouldn't make sense not to do it, honestly.
You didn't look at it like a step down, like, wait, I'm a full-time blown artist myself.
That doesn't bother me. Those things don't bother me. I think that backup singers are actually, or people that have done backup, they tend to be the best, I guess, overall shaped. I always say, like, a backup singer knows everyone's part. So not only do you know, like, the tenor's part, you know your alto part, you know the lead's part, you know the person above you part, you know the soprano, including having to know the band member's part. So I think as a musician, it just makes you all around, you know, it helps you be a lead singer, so yeah.
I see. So they were looking for somebody, and your name was tossed in, or you told somebody to toss my name in the mix?
No, I didn't tell anyone to toss my name in. They were looking for someone. So I think her tour manager reached out to someone who lives here, because I'm sure he doesn't really know too many background vocalists here, probably.
Talking about New York?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Sorry. In New York, because, you know, they live in LA. And Ella Mai doesn't usually have backup singers. So they really didn't know too many backup singers in New York. So, yeah, they reached out to someone named Eric, and then Eric reached out to Nyla from Power 105, and she referred me, and that was how we got it. I think they took her word for it.
So explain, because I've never been to Saturday Night Live before. Have you been prior to this?
No.
You're aware of Saturday Night Live?
Of course, yeah.
You've watched episodes before of it? And
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it what you thought it was going to be? I mean, not just the singing stuff, but just Saturday Night Live, the set.
It was,
and the whole jazz.
Yeah, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I guess you get used to, like, seeing stuff on TV, even the behind-the-scenes stuff. So yeah, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Nothing surprised you?
No. No.
And it is live.
It is live, yeah. It's definitely live. It's I guess you get so used to seeing stuff on TV, or at least hearing about, I guess, the way things work. So there were no surprises. Everyone was super easygoing. Everyone was super, I guess, inviting, opening. So it was smooth. You know, they had good communication, you know, open communication. So they let us know. We kind of knew what to expect, honestly. So it was what I expected, yeah.
There were 2 background singers. You were one of them. What type of background vocalist were you for that night?
I always carry the low. You might hear it in my voice, I don't know. But I always do. I prefer the lower note. I can do the upper note or the higher note, but that night I carried the low note, alto.
I see. And how did you do? How would you rate yourself?
I think I did great. Yeah, I'll rate myself like out of 10. I'm gonna say a 9.
Now, just curious, the prep for something like that, can you describe how that goes after the recommendation, after you accept the gig?
Well, we had an earlier rehearsal, I think, on Thursday. and the rehearsal was a few hours. So I guess it went just as any other rehearsal would go. You know, we all got on the stage, the band, and we just went over the songs, went over our parts. We went over our little two-step, and that was it. I mean, you know, it's fairly easy, you know. With background, it's not the lead, so you don't have as many parts, you know. So that's what it was, you know. We got on stage, we practiced our two-step, and yeah, we practiced our parts, and that was it. That's how the rehearsal was.
So just Thursday, nothing Friday?
Nope. We showed up Saturday and was ready to go.
Is there any rehearsal on Saturday, or it's just showtime?
There is a rehearsal, but it's like I think we rehearsed one time Saturday, so it was more like a run through. It wasn't like work out the kinks type of thing. It was like, okay, we're gonna do this one time, and then it's showtime.
I see.
But it wasn't immediately showtime either. Like, we got there super early, and kind of like, you know, hung around all day. And then later on that night, about like 12 we went on, 11:30, 12 we went on, so. But that was all the practicing. You know, you could practice backstage if you would like, which we did. We actually came up with a whole little routine. Like, we came up with the whole choreography or whatever. But I think it was a bit much. So her manager was like, yeah, that's really cute, ladies, but, you know, if you can just stick to a two-step, that'll be great for tonight's show. So, yeah, that was all.
How was your chemistry with Ella?
You know, they kept us separate, so, which I totally understand. I think she needed to be focused, and I think that the band can tend to be in a different element. You know, I noticed like the band, you know, is having fun, and everyone's like turning up, kind of like drinking and just like having a good time, like enjoying the moment of being on Saturday Night Live. But sometimes for artists, you know, I know myself, I can relate. When it's showtime for me, I like to kind of be like secluded, make sure I'm focused. I don't like to talk too much, especially as a singer. You want to kind of save your vocals, you know, rest your vocals. So I didn't get to see her too much, but she did take the time to walk in the room, in our dressing room, and introduce herself, which I thought was really dope. And, you know, off the little hug, you know, I thought that was, I guess, cool chemistry.
Were you nervous at all?
No, I wasn't nervous, no. I mean, we only had a little two-step. I could do a two-step, so no, I wasn't nervous. I was more anxious than nervous. Like, I was excited. I knew my mommy was watching, my manager was watching, so nervous, no. Excited, yeah.
Now, you singing yourself, have you ever done a gig where you had background vocalists yourself?
I have. I would say my last show where I had background vocalists was maybe about 3 weeks ago. I appreciate background vocalists. You know, it gives you the extra support. You know, when it's just me singing, you know, I think obviously it's great, you know. But when you have a harmony, it's almost like it's more powerful. It makes it bigger sounding, and it reaches the audience in a different way. And if you arrange it right, it can also just evoke a different emotion in people too.
Was it kind of a similar setup to Behind You, like Ella had two behind her?
Yeah, I had one on my left and one on my right, yep. And then behind all of us was the band, so I had a drummer on my right side, guitarist, and I didn't have a piano player, I don't think.
Because sometimes I've seen a singer and they'll have 3 background vocalists, not 2.
I think it's just preference. I mean, however your vocal producer has arranged your harmonies or has arranged your notes, sometimes you may need 3 to really complete the arrangement. For my show, I only needed 2, and I think the girls did a great job.
When you perform, you always have 2 background vocalists, or is it a certain type of show that evokes those extra parts?
I think the more acoustic sets, for me, I think it's dope to always have background singers for acoustic sets, but if it's a smaller show where you're kind of like, where a band is not needed, I think whenever a band is needed is dope. You know, why not put on a show and give them the whole thing? But if I'm not singing along with a band, then I don't really need background. Like if I'm singing along to the instrumental, then I don't really think I need background singers, you know, because you can just leave the backgrounds in the song for the support, you know. I'm still singing the leads, but if there's a little woo somewhere, you can leave that in the track.
I see.
Yeah.
So something more intimate, not necessary.
Yeah, but definitely for the like acoustic, intimate, smaller shows, I think it takes it to another level when you have background singers.